Man, gather round. OG Silverback here. Hey guys, and today there is no victory or glory because I don't know, man. YouTube really has me contemplating this attack on masculinity and oppressing of information that will keep you guys well versed in female nature and the way that females think and the female mindset. Okay, guys. So first and foremost, I want to let you know something. I received two community strikes from YouTube, dude, and they have prevented me from uploading videos um, for a projected period of time, which they deem, to be between 1 and 3 weeks, man, depending on my my channel's under review. They say that I participate in hate speeches against women. So I just want to share this with you over here on the Pimping channel. I want to share with you guys my belief on women, and I want us all to be clear moving forward because I don't want you to have your perception of me skewed by YouTube and their policies, their feminist policies, where they, what's interesting. I had made a video one time for you guys where I was saying how what YouTube would do is if I would make how thumbnails encourage you guys to actually click on a video. That's what I learned. Thumbnails are the whole key. I learned that from Cali Muscle, right? So the whole thing, man, in order to get you guys to click on a video, I would have a thumbnail with a sexy girl like in a bathing suit, or maybe a thong, dude, or maybe she's in a nice suggestive position in the photo. Nothing pornographic, because come on, dude, I know you can't do show pornographic images. And YouTube, bro, well, give me a warning, remove my video, and flag it, dude. And then also they shadow ban me, dude, meaning that they don't suggest my videos to the algorithm, dude. They don't, the people that subscribe to my channel, they don't notify you when I'm putting up new content, dude. And they keep my numbers low, like there's like a governor. And this is why that's important for you guys, because whenever you guys want to learn about women or how to be masculine or whatever the case may be, how to be a better man, it's called WIFFM. And you should ask yourself this whenever you see a video from somebody. And WIFFM stands for what's in it? What's in it for me? So what's in it for you guys is that if YouTube is a platform that I guess the CEO is a lady, and she can deem that me giving my opinion on how women are promiscuous and they use men and they mistreat you guys, and if you're not in the top 20% of men, you might as well forget about dating in America. And I tell you not to be in. I tell you not to let women use you and abuse you, and not to pay for dates because they don't have China and Tyrone pay for Jason, Pookie, and Ray Ray. Then they flag my channel as his hate speech. But here's what I want to share to you. I'm gonna put many different links in this video where you can go to women's channels where they're bashing men, dude. They just all out saying men ain't worthy of nothing. They ain't shiza. They talk about men have small penises, all kind of just male bashing, and they don't get any community strikes at all. And I'll put some links to some other channels where they do nude yoga and they do sexually promiscuous positions in yoga with clothes on, but very scantily clad. And then just women doing so-called they're so-called fashion modeling bikinis, right? But they're very scantily clad, they're bent over, all this kind of stuff, dude. And I want you to come to your own conclusion that there's a double standard. So I had to make this video here on the pimping channel because it's important as modern day pimps. You understand. And guys were always like, "There's two sides to the pimping." They're like, "Oh, gee, you telling people to do illegal activity?" No, I'm not. Andrew Tate, man, who is the modern day, he's the modern day godfather of pimping. He taught men how to take women who are sexually promiscuous and to make them have an OnlyFans account and pay him 80%. Make them have a what's that called, man? when they do online chatting. I'll make them have a webcam account and give him 80%, dude, and make them have do online pornography and give him 80%. So why are they giving him 80%? Because he proactively went out, approached the women, explained to them the business model of how they like to be sexually promiscuous, and they can have them be paid for having sex. And what woman doesn't want to do that? What woman does not want to be paid for having sex, guys? So that's the modern day pimping I was trying to explain to you guys over at my Patreon. But I'm over here at the pimping channel because I have some videos over here that I use on my Patreon because there's some guys on my pimping tier that want to learn how to pimp. And for the guys that don't, I had this pimping channel, which didn't grow as much as my prison channel. But it's okay, you know, some guys still want to be in this blue pill mentality of they respect women and they put women on a pedestal and they venerate women and they cherish women. But see, here's the whole thing. I want to share this with you. I'm gonna put a video in there from Mike Tyson where he says that the reason that women can never love a man, and the reason men always get caught up is because when men look at women, they see an aspect of them like the nurturing, caring aspect, like your mom did you when you were a baby and a kid and you suckled on the tit, right? No, it's subconsciously ingrained, guys. So follow me. But when you're dealing with a modern grown woman, a westernized, feminized woman, bro, she's not your mom, bro. So you're projecting all of these qualities and you know, these nurturing capabilities onto a person who's not your mom because a mom loves you in a way where she wants the best for you, whereas a woman loves you in a way where she wants the best for herself. A woman loves you as long as you can provide some benefit to her life, some elevation to her life. That's why men date down, women date up. So anyway, that's enough of my diatribe here. I just wanted to let my YouTube followers know that, you know, for the rest of the ban or the strikes on my channel, maybe they'll even take my channel down. I'm going to be over here on the pimping channel, and I'm gonna be giving it real raw. And if you want the uncut version, go over to my Patreon, which the link is in the description. But YouTube is not allowing me to upload videos, bro, for they said between 1 to 3 weeks, depending on what they determine. And then just so you know, they put it in big red letters. If I get another strike, they're gonna take my channel down. So I can foresee that happening because, guys, let me share something with you. I do not hate women, dude. I think women are awesome. I think they're wonderful. I'm not one of these men that's like, oh, you know, I don't need a woman. I'm not saying I need a woman. I want a woman because of the pleasure and the stress relief and the balance she provides to my life. Because without women in my life, dude, I'm so focused on my goals. I am so goal driven. I am so adamant and obsessed. Like CT Fletcher says, I have a magnificent obsession to achieve my goals physically, financially, emotionally, mentally, and intellectually, dude. Because in this life, dude, it was a shame to go to the grave and not see the beauty that you can have in your life, whether it's physically, intellectually, financially, emotionally, or spiritually, man. Because we all have beauty in us, how we define it. You have to be an artist on your own canvas of your life. Without further ado, I want to get into the topic of today's video. And for those of you who don't want to sit around for my tirade or rant, you're not a true follower, and it's okay. I'm not going to shorten my videos anymore because over here on my OG Silverback channel and over at Patreon, this is for intellectual. These are guys who are into intellectual pursuits to make their body and their lifestyle physically excellent because it all starts with the mind. So without further ado, OG Silverback asks, is it better to bang fat, ugly chicks or to choke your chicken daily? And I had to choose these words, man, because I find that YouTube, if there's certain words in your titles or certain thumbnails, bro, it's just, wow, man, the fascism, dude, it's crazy. So here's what I wanted to share with you guys. I want you to understand because, dude, I do coaching calls with young men on my Patreon, and I do coaching calls in 5 different areas. Number one is just on how to be a man, because a lot of young guys don't know what it's like to be a man because they don't have role models. They have these transgender people, which I don't hate. and they have these gender fluid people, which I don't hate, but they don't have a masculine role model. Number two is I talk to guys about the career paths, the career trajectories, like how to choose the best career, how to get up the corporate ladder fast, how to make a lot of money in your career, and how to leverage relationships there. Number three, I talk to guys about martial arts, bro, and self defense because it is my belief, based on my 61 years of life, being in the hood, playing sports, being in combat, being in the military, going to prison, being in corporate America, dating hot women, man, and being in precarious situations, that self defense, dude, is like the number one thing. And it even actually, it's second only to health. And I'm going to tell you why. So, number three is your health because, dude, like, you have to be healthy. You have to eat clean. And I practice the Anthony Robbins 80-20 rule, which is actually the Pareto principle, meaning that 80% of the time I have a diet of fish and vegetables, salads, and fruits and water. Then 20% of the time I'll treat myself to like a steak or a hamburger or some pizza or hot dog, a soda. I don't really like ice cream, but like maybe some pie or cake or something like that. And that balance works for me. It keeps me fit and it keeps me healthy. Number four, dude, is I teach you about relationships, specifically relationships with other men, because if you have a strong relationships with men, the women will come. And the fifth and last is I teach you how to get into a process of illumination. And what that means for me is some people are not religious, some people believe in aliens, some people believe in reincarnation, but you must educate yourself and whatever you believe in so you are illuminated and you understand there's an intellectual psychic aspect to our lives. It's not just physical because the mind controls the body. So the more that you educate your mind, the more that you condition your mind, the better life you will have. So the reason that all these things are important because even when I talk to young guys about women and stuff, what it comes down to is this, guys. I have some young guys who are making really good money and, maybe they're doing okay with girls or women, but they're not getting the women that they want. See, this is the whole thing. Once you start making money, you're going to start getting women, dude. That's not the problem. It's getting the women that you want. This is what I believe, dude. I go after what I want. So I'm not just going to get the scraps or the leaves or the leftovers. I'm going to go after what I want. And even though if you make money, dude, see, a lot of you guys think that, oh, if you get rich, you're gonna get women. It depends on how you get rich. If you get rich by like some Bitcoin stuff or something like that, and you're living the hermit lifestyle, you're still gonna get played by women. But if you become like famous rich or social proof rich, which you're like social, what is it called, man? Dang, the German dude was just talking to me about it yesterday. Your social footprint, dude. Social media. Yeah. If you're rich on social media and you're famous on social media, that's different because women are clout chasers, right? So all I'm saying to you is in your pursuit of wealth, you have to understand female nature. And the best way, here's what I talk to guys about. The best way to learn self-defense is to get into combat sports. Why? Because after you get tired of getting your aspirin kicked, dude, you learn how to move your head properly, to dodge, bob, and weave, dude. You learn spatial acuity. You learn how to control distance because you get tired of getting punched in the face. And the only way you learn is by doing it, right? Some things, like I'm going to give you an example. Let's say you play an instrument or you play sports, or let's say you do martial arts or you dance. You got to ask yourself, when you started out on a new adventure, were you good at it in the beginning? And the answer is no. But if you really want something, you had a burning desire, you're going to put in the necessary work to get to a level of mastery where you can impress yourself. And once you impress yourself, you're going to impress others. And you might say to yourself, hey, OG Silverback, how does that tie into, is it better to bang fat, ugly chicks or to choke your chicken daily? Well, it's back to some of the guys I do coaching calls with. Some of the guys are financially solvent, they're doing well, and they have these super high standards, right? But they only mess up women that are like sevens or eights. And this is what I tell them, and I want to tell you guys this because I'm getting ready to end this video because I try not to go really long, even when I'm on a tirade, dude, or I'm just like what you guys call it. I'm just I'm just all over the place. But here's what it comes down to, dude. If you want to get better with women, you have to have experience with a lot of different women, bro. And I'm here to tell you this: like, sometimes the woman who's the least attractive, or at least facially attractive, or maybe physically, or maybe she's not, super fit. Maybe she's kind of chunky. Maybe she doesn't have the most beautiful face. Sometimes their vajayjay is the most explosive and the most wet walls, viscous innards that you've ever, the most pulsating, puckering thing you've ever experienced. And sometimes the hottest girl, dude, like, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Me myself, I don't really purposely mess with women that are over sevens or eights. I don't. And sometimes I mess with a woman that's like a five or a six, bro. As long as she's got some appealing aspects to her. I mean, she can't be Quasimodo, so don't get this wrong from this video. When I say fat, I'm talking about she's not a Barbie. Maybe she's got some cellulite. She's kind of chunky. When I say she's ugly, man, I'm talking about a woman without makeup on, because there's many videos, and I'm gonna put the links in the description, where women, they go out, they put on all this makeup, and you think they're 10, but you wake up the next morning they're 2. I'm talking about natural physical beauty, without any makeup, without any weave, without any of that gets that you guys are used to. I'm talking about what a woman looks like when she comes out of the shower. Let's put it like that. So I find that when you mess with nines or tens, bro, the juice is not worth the squeeze, meaning that the drama, the headache, the high maintenance, it's not worth it, bro. And they're gold diggers, bro. Most hot women, dude, are nines or tens. They're gold diggers, and it's not worth what you have to do to keep them in a relationship. So I like messing with women that are, let's just be honest, between six, sevens, and eights. Six, sevens, and eights. Um, and it's because, dude, they have the ability to understand they're not a 9 or 10. They have the ability to want to put in work to be compliant to my demands. So before I end this video, I'm going to answer the question for you. It's better to mess with fat, ugly chicks, bro, until you are at a point in your life where you have enough experience. So I'm going to give you an example, dude. Like, when you see these guys in the NFL or the NBA or NBL, a Major League Baseball, or in the NHL, National Hockey League, do you think they just came out of the womb and they ended up in the NBA, NFL? Dude, they got millions of hours of play, dude, in their specific sport to refine and enhance it. Just like, let's take singers for example. Do you know how many singers, dude, have had to play in dive bars and strip clubs and back alley joints and questionable areas until they get to where they can play the sold out stadiums? Do you know how many comedians had to play in questionable bars and back alley joints and stuff with questionable patrons until they're able to sell out high volume studios, man? Do you know how many actors, and I can speak for example because I'm an actor. Do you know how many actors had to play in F and D and E and B movies until they made it to the big screen, dude? Dude, it's called paying your dues. And just like women, bro, let me share this with you. The reason that women are better than men at dating is because women, they practice more on guys they don't like. And then when they get to a guy they do like, they have enough experience with men, because even if you have men, some are handsome, some are fit, some are ugly, some are short, some are tall. Men are pretty much, I'm not going to say they're all the same, but they have similar attributes and qualities. Women are the same way. Only difference is super hot girls have super high egos. They are entitled because all their life they've been told how pretty and beautiful they are. So the moral of this long video is this, guys. This is from OG Silverback. It's better to bang fat, ugly chicks instead of choking your chicken daily. And it's for 3 main reasons. Number one, dude, the best way to get better with women is practice, 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 practice. And it's all aspects of dating, not just cold approaching, not just being social, not just conversational skills, and not just being around women, but also being intimate with women, how to kiss a woman, how to touch a woman, how to make a woman have an orgasm, dude. That comes from experience, dude. So experience is the best teacher. Number two, man, is, dude, the more that you're out and about with women, then the more you start understanding female nature, dating dynamics, sexual tension, the dynamics between the sexes, bro, and then you develop a confidence. The confidence comes from competence, right? Here's number three, the most important one, dude. It comes down to your self-esteem or your ego in. And I gotta tell you something, dude. And I want to be completely transparent with you. And this is what I tell the guys that do my dating coaching calls. This is what I do, bro. And it's like kind of like this. Let's say that you're going to fight. Let's just say I'm gonna make this really good for you to understand, man. You want to fight what's the guy who fought Conor McGregor, man? He's the most successful boxer, man. Floyd Mayweather. Let's say you're gonna fight Floyd Mayweather. And just so you're clear, man, Floyd Mayweather was one of the best boxing. No, let's take it a step up. Let's make Mike Tyson in his prime. You're gonna fight Mike Tyson. And here's the whole thing. They say if you can last, if you can last, because boxing rounds, I think it's 12 rounds. They say if you can last 6 rounds with Mike Tyson, you're going to get 10 million. But if you don't, if you get knocked out before then, you get nothing, right? So here's the whole thing. To prepare to fight with Mike Tyson, bro, first of all, you got to start fighting with guys at your level, whatever your level is. Say you never boxed before, but your family's like, hey, we need the money, and you're the eldest son. You're going to go fight Mike Tyson. And if Mike Tyson hits you, bro, you can end up in the hospital. You can end up dead with a concussion. So let's look at the reality of it. But then your family's pushing you to do it. So first you're going to fight with guys at your level to understand where your skill level is. Then, of course, if you're going to hire a good coach, what he's going to do is to slowly bring you up to speed. Let's say they give you a year to fight Mike Tyson, which I think is a good amount of time to prepare. So then your coach is going to, what's the word, man, that they use? Because when we talk about Mike Tyson, you guys think he's the baddest fighter in history, but they pick his opponents wisely, dude. Oh, he's groomed, yeah. So your coach is going to groom you to go from where you are, which is wimpy, sucky little benchwarmer boy, to becoming a possibly to a face a world champion. Your whole thing is going to be evade him for 6 rounds. You're not going to be trading punches, but you're going to be bobbing, weaving, and dancing, and ducking and dodging, evading, rope a dope, so you can survive, right? And it don't matter if the crowd boos. The sponsors like if you can last 6 rounds, you're gonna get $10 million. So the whole thing is your coach or your trainer is going to groom you by slowly elevating your game to fighting higher and higher and better fighters. But you're not just going to go from being a wimpy soy boy bench warmer mangina to fighting Mike Tyson. And so it's the same thing with women, bro. If you're a guy who's not getting a lot of sex because you're invisible to women, dude, or you're not getting the women you want, dude, you have to ramp up your dating. You have to lower your standards to include women that you otherwise would not have. And this is for my boy, my boy Armchair. He's a very successful PUA in his own right, but he's got these super high standards. And I'm not hating on you, my man. I mean, I'm just sharing with you what made me go with women, bro. Because what I do is, dude, the fives and the sixes that are attracted to me and give me choosing signals and throw themselves at my feet, I use them for a warm up. And so if you ever go to a boxing match, whatever, you got to warm up in the back before you go out to the audience. So you back there sparring and punching and going around with your training partner just to get you loosened up. And so I use the fives and sixes that find me attractive and lay themselves before my feet with no work. And I use them as like exercise to relieve my stress, to take care of my thirstiness, to bust some nuts balls deep so that I'm not thirsty, bro. I'm not wanting anything and I'm feeling relaxed, dude. And there's a very calming effect to busting nuts in a woman as opposed to beating your meat. And here's the last part I want to tell you. Here's number three. When you masturbate a lot, dude, you got to be honest with yourself. When you masturbate, why don't you do it in front of a mirror and look at yourself, dude, and look at the disgusting person that you are. And I mean, okay, I know what you're gonna say. Hey, women masturbate all the time, man. That's when we talking about men. And men, you gotta have a certain amount of self-esteem, dude, and self-respect, dude, and value yourself. And if you're choking your chicken and beating it up every day, do you feel good after you bust a nut in your hand and you got to clean it up? And do you ever look yourself in the eye in the mirror afterwards? No, why? Because you're ashamed, dude. if somebody was to walk in on you, whether it's your parents or your siblings or a friend of yours, or let's just say, your sister walks in on you and you're masturbating, how does that make you feel? Whereas if your parents or your siblings or your sister or some of your homeboys actually walk on you and you smashing the girl, like you smashing her, knees back, feet in the air, just smashing her real properly. And as they walk in, you going balls deep, be like, oh, you're just busting a big nut, bro. How would you feel opposed to that as they walk in on you beating your meat? So if you guys don't really get the brux of this video, the two takeaways is this, man. I got 2 strikes in my channel, and they may be taking my channel down. So I want you guys to go over to the pimping channel and be putting some videos out. And the way you're gonna notice me in the title is gonna say OG Silverback, and then whatever the title of the video is. And also support me in my Patreon at the $2 level, because man, freedom isn't free. We all have to pay something. And all I'm saying, if YouTube's gonna be doing this fascist stuff, dude, this feminism, this hatred against men, hey, we gotta support each other to keep the message out, bro, because knowledge is power, and the actual use of proper knowledge is absolute power. So guys, I encourage you guys to like the video, thumbs up, and share it with people. And go over to my Patreon, because I can't put videos up on my OG Silverback channel. For those of you who are on the OG Silverback channel, go over to my pimping lair, and let's just see what happens, man. If that's why I'm moving out of this country, guys. Like, I'm leaving here. I have surgery next week, and then I have a couple more surgeries. So once I recuperate, I'm leaving the United States of America. I'm not coming back. I'm not going to tell you where I'm going until I'm there, because I don't like to put things out. Sometimes it's best to be quiet and let your actions speak than to put words out, bro, that somebody can sabotage. There's a lot of haters on the internet and YouTube. So I'm moving out of the country, dude, and I'm gonna be cranking up as far as content on dealing with women, martial arts, and just traveling and living the free agent lifestyle. And if that's the life you want to live, then I encourage you to thumbs up this video, share it, subscribe, hit the notification bell, go over to my Patreon at the $2 level to support me. And dude, let's work together to become the best version of ourselves, man, so that no one can suppress us, not society, not the government, or not some feminist agenda that's looking to demasculinize men.